In December of last year, I was going out to the local club with friends, and we used to like dancing there, having a few drinks together. And I noticed a man's eyes on me. I'd never seen him before, and it was no more or less than that. The third time I was there, we went over to another pub after the first one, and he followed us over. I don't know if he did that intentionally, but it just happened that way that I saw him again. I did love dancing, and he did ask me to dance, and I did have a dance with him. And I went there, and to be absolutely honest with you, there was nothing at all that I could question, as in he wasn't genuine, because I met his family, and he was the doting son with his father, who was 90. He had his arms round him, and I could see, there was a lot of affection there, or appeared to be. His daughter was there, and his ex-partner, and if only they'd have warned me what was to come, but nobody did. Anyway, I did something totally and utterly out of character. It's took me a long while to unravel why and what I did. I met him in Liverpool, and I never went home again. And, if someone would have told me I would have done that, I would have said, definitely not, I'm just not that type of person. But I met someone like never before. Here I was in this whirlwind romance, if you can call it that, where he'd buy me flowers, and he was just over the top wonderful. Michael started to woo me in a big way. We went out of the hotel one day, and he said, I want to take you to Italy. I said, I've been to Venice. He said, well, I want to take you all over Italy. I want to buy an engagement ring. You can get engaged as well as being married. When I was in the hotel with him one evening, he said to me, I remember you speaking to a gentleman in the venue, which is now the Chameleon. He said, and you was in close proximity when you was chatting. I said, I'd known him since I was 15. And he said, well, you don't speak to anybody else but me. And I said to him, I speak to anybody and everybody. I'm a people person. So he said, well, that's in the past, that's past tense. Anyhow, that was the first time I saw another side of him. He grabbed me by the throat, and I thought I was going to die. And when he let go of me, he said, you don't know me at all. When we went down for meals, he would feed me and I'd have to feed him. And I said, I don't want to do this. It's not something I've never done before. He said, no, because nobody's ever loved you enough. He said, when someone loves you deeply, he said, they want to do everything with you. So I found myself feeding him and him feeding me. He said other things to me that was frightening, like he was going to throw a petrol bomb under my house. Regarding the physical side, he tried to strangle me. He bit my nose. This is because I'd been looking at men in the pubs, he said, which isn't true. And he'd slapped and punched me. Everything and everyone, he was taking this away from me. He just didn't want me to have any contact with the outside world. He didn't want me to have any mind of my own. And he didn't want me to go back to work. He just wanted me as a possession. It's going to take probably every ounce of courage you've got and self-worth. But I beg of you to save yourself before you lose yourself, if you've not already done so. Because these people whether they're wired differently, whether it's genetic, whether it's conditioning, or it could be all three. They don't think like us, and they're not bothered about us. It's all about them. So as much as they come to you and say they love you, it's talk, it's not real. And the first opportunity you have, tell someone you're suffering, you need help. If you can go to the police, do so. If you can pick up a phone, do so. If you can just tell somebody, whatever way you do it, and start to live again. And it won't happen overnight, but it will happen if you just believe what I'm saying. I am the living proof, thank God.